Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be cooking sweet and sour sheep lungs. I love lungs because it's packed with vitamin B and it is super easy to cook. So what we start off is by just washing our lungs and cutting it up into smaller pieces. Then I place it into a pot and then I just add some salt. I prefer to use a black pot because it's almost like a steam type of pot. And then I add some seasoning. Here I just used some chicken seasoning, and then because it's a sweet and sour type of sauce, we're going to add some vinegar. I just add like a tablespoon of vinegar, and then I add my water. Just add enough water to cover your lungs, and then I cover. Then I leave my lungs to boil up for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on how tough your lungs are. And I just repeatedly add water as the time goes, just until my lungs have cooked all the way through and it's nice and soft. As you can see, the water has dropped a little bit, so now you can see the water is not that much anymore, and the lungs have cooked enough and it's nice and soft. Then I go ahead and I chop some onion while the water is still reducing in the pot. I go ahead and I start to chop my vegetables that I want to put in. So I just add some carrots and some potatoes and then the onion. So I just chop the onions roughly, not too fine. Depending on how you like your onion, you can cut it, but I prefer them to be a little bit bigger. Then I throw in my onions, and by this time the water has completely evaporated. And then I just put my onion in and I start to stir so that my lungs can start frying. You just put your pot on a low heat so that it does not burn. After I add my onions and it's still frying in the pot, I continue to clean or peel my potatoes. As you can see, I don't like peeling the potatoes. I prefer using a knife, but I go ahead and I peel potatoes. After cleaning the potatoes, I do wash my vegetables, and then I start cutting my carrots. I do cut it into a little bit larger pieces, not too big, not too small, and then that's how small it should be, so it doesn't take a lot of time to cook. And as you can see, the cutting board is not working with me. Then I just add some rice to my boiling water. I did add salt already, and then I start cutting my potatoes. Make sure the potatoes is not too big and not too small, because you want them to cook a certain time, because you don't have a lot of time at this time around. And then I add my potatoes and I just fry all the veggies and the meat together for a few minutes. And because I added vegetables to the meat, I am going to season my vegetables again with the same seasoning, spices, and salt and vinegar again. And I did, as you can see, I did add 1/2 of a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of garlic. Then I add the same number of salt and then just a little bit of vinegar again. And then I just cover it with water again, just a little bit, not too much water. And then I cover it, and then I would want to add some pumpkin to the recipe just for some sweetness. I added butter and some sugar and then a little bit of salt just to bring out the flavor, and that's all. I don't add any water to my pumpkin because the pumpkin has a lot of water, so all I do is do that and then I cover it. And then by this time your potatoes should be a little bit soft. I just do that by poking my spoon into the potato. If it doesn't go, if it's soft but it doesn't go through, then that's the right time for you to be adding your sauce to it, for you to start making your sauce. By making my sauce, I'm just going to use a little bit of water in this jug, and then I have this Knorrox soup mix, Minestrone flavor. You can use any flavor you like. Then just about 2 tablespoons and a half, and then I just stir it around, making a thick soup paste. And then to that I will add Miss Ball's chutney, the original one. And then I'll just add like about 2 tablespoons. Then I just mix it all in and definitely taste the chutney in it so that you know how much sweetness you actually want. So I did end up tasting it, and then I preferred a little bit more chutney in mine, so I added a little bit more. After I mix my soup mix, I add it to my pot, and then I just stir it in. As you can see, the sauce is not that thick yet. It still has a little bit of run to it, but it's at the thicker side, but still has a little bit of run to it. So that's the perfect time for you to just cover the lid and put it on low heat for it to simmer, for the potatoes to be fully done, and the carrots as well, and everything just to mix in very well. And then I'll just cover my pot for 5 minutes. There you can see after 5 minutes the sauce is nice and thick, just the way you want it to be, just the right consistency for rice. That's perfect, guys. So this is just a quick recipe that is very inexpensive. It has a lot of flavor and very delicious, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you like this type of content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.